Can't wait to
Yes, and the movie is Argo. And thank God that my late parents teaching me to be open-minded, including when it comes to movies. I was never a fan of Kevin Costner, even to this day. However, in 1990, he starred in and directed Dances with Wolves. The movie won 6 Oscars, including Best Picture and Best Director. And I wholeheartedly agreed, despite the fact that it was the same year as Martin Scorsese's Goodfellas, which I love too. Likewise, was never a fan of Mel Gibson, but in '95, he starred and directed Braveheart. That masterpiece won 5 Oscars, including Best Picture and Director. And to this day, I contend that Gibson should not only have been nominated for Best Actor for his portrayal of William Wallace, but definitely should have won. Now, years later, Gibson directed Apocalypto, a fascinating piece about the Mayan civilization in Mexico. However, Gibson, prior to the movie's release, stupidly offended millions of people here in this country and elsewhere for his anti-Semitic remarks in a drunken stupor. Therefore, the Academy totally snubbed Apocalypto when it came to nomination time. The point of all of this is to emphasize I have never, ever, I have never been a fan of Ben Affleck ever since he emerged on the international scene with Matt Damon and Good Will Hunting. I have felt his acting has left a lot to be desired. However, I appreciated his writing ability and his directing, particularly for The Town. His latest project is Argo. Argo was based on the true story of 6 Americans who escaped capture in the 1979 Iranian revolutionary hostage takeover of the American embassy. They hid out in the Canadian consulate until an American CIA operative by the name of Tony Mendez, portrayed by Affleck, came up with a bizarre plan to get them out. Before the Iranians discovered them, tortured them, and then publicly executed them. From the very beginning of the movie, when Affleck gives us an account of the history of Iran going back to the Persian Empire, I experienced uninterrupted intensity like I've never felt before. I'm not exaggerating. I did some research. The chariot race in Ben-Hur is one of the most famous scenes in motion picture history, but that scene consists of about 25 minutes of the 4-hour epic. Steven Spielberg's Jaws featured several nerve-wracking anticipations. And Spielberg's Saving Private Ryan, the account of the D-Day invasion, is amazing, but it's only the first 15 minutes of the movie. In Argo, it's non-stop intensity, except for some periodic comedic interruptions by 2 Hollywood movie makers, brilliantly portrayed by John Goodman and Alan Arkin. And by the way, I can make a case that Arkin should be nominated for Best Supporting Actor. This is by far Affleck's best acting performance. I'm predicting that you can go to the bank on this. Affleck will be nominated for Best Actor, Best Director, and his movie for Best Picture. I also want to acknowledge a never-before-seen actor by the name of Farshad Farhat. He plays an Iranian Revolutionary Guard at the airport, and he is only in the movie the last 15 minutes of the film. He not only takes over this movie, but is one of the most scary figures I have ever seen in motion pictures, including Anthony Hopkins in Silence of the Lambs. I could easily see Farhat nodding a nomination as well. Now, I'm spending more time reviewing this film than I normally do here with Ashley, but I feel justified because so far, this is the best picture of the year. Now, there's many more movies yet to be seen for consideration, but they had better be fabulous, tremendous, and incredibly impactful for me not to endorse Argo as the big Oscar contender of 2012.